Okay.
Hi friends, just a bit of housekeeping before we get into this episode, where we are leaving Helen Reef here on the outskirts of Palau, and we're sailing for 3 days to get to West Papua, a brand new country. 3 probably tiring days because it's just going to be me, Riley and Lydia and the kids, and that is the gateway to Raja Ampat, which is this beautiful archipelago of islands that we've been dying to see. We've heard so much about the culture, how welcoming the people are, how much sea life there is. People often refer to Raja Ampat as the last paradise, so it's been high on our list for so long and I really can't wait to get there. But I just wanted to say a big thank you for all of your love on the last episode. We feel so supported and just more confident going into what it is we're about to do. So yeah, we've fully kicked into gear here behind the scenes. We are looking at countries that we want to set up camp, being Australia's on the list, Vanuatu, Indonesia. Riley mentioned Japan, which I thought was quite interesting. Costa Rica. Yeah, for those of you who are watching just for the sailing, I think there was some confusion in the last episode. Don't stress, we are selling our boat, but the sailing is not going to stop here. We could never live a life that doesn't include sailing, and it's a gift we really want to give to the kids forever. So we're just going to be downgrading boats, probably to a little romantic monohull. And we've also got our dive rib on its way from Highfield. It's this 9-metre beast that we're going to be able to zip out to islands wherever we choose to build our off-grid farm. So we can do a little bit of farm life, and when the build is slow or we're waiting on stuff to arrive, we can go on a big boat mission. So yeah, this is our ultimate dream. I hope we can pull it off. We have no idea what we're doing when it comes to farms and animals and all of that, but that's a big reason why that is next on our list of things to do. We really want to be challenged. The boat is for sale, and I'm going to put the email in the description box below if you're interested. So yeah, we hope you'll stick around and join us for our last month on board the most beautiful vessel we will probably ever own. And yeah, just thank you again for having our backs. You guys are amazing. Bye everyone. Bye Brian. Our little fender for Brian and Brian's boat's going away. We radioed them this morning and said bye. A little bit sad, they really started to feel like family in the end, and they were so good with the kids. How do you feel leaving Helen?
Well, I just got my sleep back in order, so I'm not going to be stoked for night shift. I actually hadn't thought about that until you said it. Good, it's great to be back on the water again. You know, you leave early in the morning, there's not much wind, but that's okay. We can motor. We have been very efficient with our fuel consumption. Crazy. Not going fast, but the fuel consumption curve, if you keep it down, very, very efficient.
What about saying goodbye to everyone on Helen? How do you feel?
They're just so remote there. I wouldn't say I'm worried about them. I just hope that they're all happy. I hope that they get their shelter built a little bit more, and they get the solar panels in, and they get relieved more than once every 8 months.
Yeah, it's a tough life.
And then yeah, individually that they're
happy.
They're happy.
Yeah. Hello everybody. It's 3 a.m. I just took over from Riley. We're doing night shift, sailing to Raja. We're very excited to get there, see civilization again for a hot minute, and then yeah, do our tour around Raja. What can I tell you? There's a couple of trawling boats around that I have to keep an eye out for because they have really big fishing nets on the back of them. One of our sailor friends told us, so yeah, looking out for those. Trying to stay awake. I've got a coffee. This is my second coffee. It's kind of fun being up at this hour and drinking coffee. And guilty pleasure, I alternate between watching Netflix shows and also online shopping, where I don't actually buy anything and I just put it in my cart and then abort mission because it keeps me awake, gives me that dopamine hit that I need, and it makes me excited and yeah, alert. So that's what I'm doing at 3 a.m. Oh, I don't know how long this energy's gonna last for. I think I'm gonna get Lydia to wake up at like 7, I guess. She can take over and I'll try and sleep at 7. Got a little bit of light now, which is great because there's big logs in the water, and going through the night like that, just praying you won't hit one, it's pretty nerve-wracking. We hit something, definitely a log, but it wasn't big enough to do any serious damage, but it bounced its way down our hull and it was very loud. What a magical time of day. This is absolutely beautiful. Night watch is its own little world. Riles and I have shared some truly iconic night passages over the years, moments that stick with you long after the shift is over. Running on caffeine while completely exhausted can feel borderline psychedelic, like you've accidentally taken something you maybe shouldn't have. No two nights are ever the same. Did not want a kiss. Oh my goodness, thank gosh I saw this one, look. She's a big log. Your father is still sleeping. Be quiet.
How you going, mate?
Good, I feel rested.
You look very pretty for a woman who's just woken up.
This is pretty, is it?
Yeah.
This is to cover my eyes. Love this weather. It's exactly what I felt like today.
I don't know what has been filmed last night. We are getting unbelievable mileage out of our engine. The tankage has an electronic reading, which isn't as good as reading it with your eyeballs, which I haven't done yet, but it's saying we've used 50%, which is 250 litres, and we have gone 400 nautical miles, which means that with our 500 litres, we can get 800 nautical miles out of our tank. But we've got headwinds at the moment, so and we've been averaging probably 5 knots when we don't have headwinds or with the current. The guys from Rapido were telling me that they're like, it's a damn good motorboat because it's so efficient, the hulls, and it really is. That's like incredibly good. 800 nautical miles out of 500 litres. That's wild.
We are in a really transitional phase right now in our lives, and if I'm honest, it has brought up so much uncertainty for me. This idea of changing up our lifestyle, spending more time on land, it's just been so heavy. We've been feeling pretty stuck the last 6 months, and my mind is just unable to switch off, especially right when I want to go to sleep. Like, is this a good idea? Am I letting go of too much? Is uprooting our lives like this going to affect the kids negatively? Are we going to regret this big decision? So yeah, I haven't really had my usual sense of peace, and I'm trying really hard to find my way back to it. I really wanted to thank the paid partner of today's video, BetterHelp. They have been an absolute lifeline for Riley and I, especially over the last 6 months. Talking things through with a therapist has helped me to untangle all of this, and I finally feel like I'm coming out the other side, you guys. I feel lighter, I'm able to focus more, and I think I've got a bit more emotional freedom. So I just have a few words for anyone out there who might also be carrying some heaviness, however that looks for you. It is February, sure, but it is never too late to start fresh and get some support that you might need. Yeah, I think getting help can be one of the kindest things that you do for yourself. We love that BetterHelp makes starting therapy super simple, not overwhelming. You can actually start with confidence. You just answer a short questionnaire about what you're looking for, your goals, your preferences, and they use that to match you with a qualified therapist who actually fits your needs. So you can just click the link in the description box below, or you can head to betterhelp.com/sailing and you're gonna get 10% off your first month of therapy. And we hope you will take advantage of this and that you might feel lighter in 2026. Thank you.
we got a message on Sea People from a dude that I think has been on our boat before. I'm not 100% sure because it's from like 7 years ago when we were in Antigua. Anyway, he said that there are boats like this with big long lines out the back of them. So I'm missing this guy by a fair way, but he shined his torch over a couple of times. You just don't really know in the night. So I'm just, we have manned the radio and we're just sort of, I wish I knew Morse code because we were like flicking lights at each other at the moment. Oh, okay. There's in the water here. That's a net. That's him. Okay. So there's buoys coming out from this guy. I can't see what way he's going, where they might be. I don't know if there's a net going from where he is all the way to the other boat. I can see little buoys in the water. So I'll just try and avoid them. So that might have been a false alarm. I think I was looking at lights in the distance and thinking that they were mooring balls. Good lesson for everyone.
Me and Lydia were like, are you sure those are mooring balls?
That ship is like 15 miles
We're
away.
like, there's a ships on the horizon, babe. They are not mooring balls.
I'm hysterical.
You were very funny. We're going to get your eyes checked in Sorong, I reckon. Better safe than sausage,
I was just going to say, better safe than
Yeah, I way prefer this.
It's absolutely bucketing down outside. Visibility has gone to like 0. Everyone's asleep. It's very late at night. There's logs around and all those boats. So I'm just like glued to this front window. And actually a boat went past before and I was like, okay, I think visibility is like a mile, like that's half a mile now. So yeah, it's just a nightmare.
Can't tell you how relieved I am that the sun is up. It's very daunting coming into a new country, especially one in Asia, in the night because there are usually fish farms, fishing buoys everywhere, nothing is marked. So yeah, coming in here in the night was pretty terrifying, but I've got some light, I can see everything around me. The coast is looking clear. We're maybe an hour and a half from anchoring. So yeah, me and Lydia are gonna anchor the boat. Hopefully it's not too busy, the little Anchorage. Yeah, I'm glad Lydia's been having good sleeps because she is the one who mostly tackles the kids in the day because me and Riley are wrecked. Works well this way, we've got a good little system. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wake her up soon to help me. Dolphins jumping everywhere. What are you doing, babe?
Setting up the Q flag.
Is it clean at least, or is that one of our dirty ones?
It's our dirty one. Not wasting a clean one. On these ridiculous bureaucratic loops that they're making us jump through. Loops, hurdles, I don't know, I haven't slept. Told him. Said I'm a citizen of the world, man.
What's happening, Riley?
Just getting my oxygen levels checked.
Well, this is really fun. Now we've got a photo machine and a fingerprint thing.
Yeah, saving us a lot of trouble.
Yeah, look at this, a whole setup. Thanks, guys. I did the same thing.
Why did I just do that?
I did the same thing. You think you're healthy, Lenny?
Yeah.
You've been sneaking too many lollies? Hey?
Why haven't you cut your nails?
I said to Darren, come on, you've got to get your health checked. And he goes, oh yeah, I've got a rash. He's got a heat rash all over his back.
Poor
It's getting
Bubba.
better, isn't it?
Way better.
Yeah.
Are you healthy, Darwin? You healthy?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Bye.
I am literally teary. I just said to Lydia, I am just so happy to be back in Indonesia. The people are the kindest. Bye. Like, that is the best customs and immigration experience you could ever have, honestly.
They're so nice. We just said like they could all be our best mates.
We got teary thinking about how great they are.
They just put the extra effort in to like smile at you, remember your name, and they're just so friendly and
not treat you like you have 50,000 kilograms of on your boat.
Oh.
Which we do, but they didn't find. We're actually really looking forward to seeing Sorong. I have a good feeling about it. We've heard many things about Sorong, mostly like get in and get out. I want to prove them all wrong. I reckon this could be a cool little city.
This is quite a dangerous area.
Apparently, but I'm not getting that vibe yet.
Well, I think when we get into town,
we'll see.
It'll become more apparent.
We're about to go see the city and we're really excited. We have a whole bunch of stuff we have to do today because we've been off-grid for ages. We've got a stack of laundry. I have to go leave my laptop in a hotel to upload 4 new videos onto Google Drive. We have to get the kids a present because they got 10 gold stars each, which is their reward chart. And they're like, when are we going to go to a shop and get the reward? So we're going to go buy them a present of some kind. I'm looking forward to the aircon room in the hotel, even though we're not going to sleep there. It's going to be nice just to lay. Alright, check out all the laundry.
Dad, can we go fast?
Thank you. That was the easiest car rental I've ever had. They arrived, he just handed me the keys. I was like, do you want to see like license? He's like, okay. And I just showed him my license and then I'm like, is there fuel in the car? Do you need me to sign something? And he's like, no, all good. See you later, boss. See you later, boss. I'm like, bye. No papers signed, nothing.
Where are we?
We're at Wick's house, apparently.
And a bit of a giveaway as to the state of the place that we're in will be all the barbed wire.
All this Christmas.
Well, that's Bruce, right?
Yeah, that's Bruce.
Christmas?
It's not really Christmas.
Sorry. It's a bit heavy.
Very happy cat, hey? Not many cats can handle that.
You take this thing off and then you touch it, it will explode.
Yeah, you think it's some kind of bomb?
Yeah. Remember in Pinocchio?
Okay, we forgot to film in here. There's been a lot of relaxing going on. I've got footage uploading over here. I'm gonna leave it. At the moment it says 60 hours just for one video, which is 125 gigabytes. It's also so wild to have a full-length mirror. This is what I look like. I've forgotten. Lenny, what did you pick for your toy?
Remote control boat.
Why did you get a toy?
Because I got 10 stars.
10 stars on the star chart.
Look, are you looking? There's a pool.
Uh-huh.
Now I can drive it in.
It's a gloomy morning on Anchor this morning. It's actually really rough in here. But yeah, we were just sitting, the kids are doing homeschooling and I'm noticing a couple of boats are dragging and this one boat next to us got super close, rascals, so I radioed them and let them know. And they're having a hard time resetting it. There was just a couple of dudes out the back smoking a pipe. And I was like, hey guys, just to let you know, the anchor's dragging. But yeah, it can't be easy lifting up the anchor on these boats. Like, they're just so heavy and I don't think the captain's actually on that boat. But yeah, everyone's dragging. Apart from us at the moment.
So I have spent the morning in here mucking around with a malfunctioning bilge pump. So I went to find the manual. We have the manuals for the larger size, which are in the engine room, not there. Then I found the manual online. ChatGPT's been helpful, but it did say to drill a hole in the line which would stop an airlock, which I just do not believe. I'm not drilling a hole in the line, but please let me know if that's the thing to do. I've straightened the line so there's not any loops coming down like this, which would cause an airlock, and I'm stumped. So I'm ordering a new part. So yeah, that's been 5 hours this morning.
It was time to head into the centre of town and see it for ourselves. Every year, tens of thousands of people pass through here, drawn in by the markets, the beaches, and its role as a gateway to Raja Ampat. As we mentioned earlier, we'd seen a lot of chatter online about Sorong, some of it positive, a lot of it pretty judgmental, so we were curious to experience it firsthand. What we found felt completely different from the version we'd seen online. So far, it had a really good feel to it.
Hi.
Our two blonde kids and us were pretty much the only tourists walking through the local markets, so we stood out straight away. People were so happy to see us. We could barely buy fruit because everyone wanted to stop and take photos with us and have us take photos of them. It was chaotic and really awesome.
Alright, let's put them back. Now what are you going to do with your hands? Oh, don't let them fall.
You guys are so awesome.
Sorong sits on land that Indigenous Papuan communities have lived on for thousands of years. People whose lives have always been deeply connected to the forest and the sea. During Dutch colonial rule, control over land and resources slowly shifted away from local hands. Then in the 1960s, the region was absorbed into Indonesia through a process that was highly contested and remains deeply controversial, further pushing local voices to the margins. Today, more than 600,000 people live in the wider region, with almost half of them in Sorong itself. It's a busy, growing port city and the main gateway to Raja Ampat. On the surface, everything feels fast-moving and full of momentum, but underneath that, there are communities with deep knowledge, resilience, and culture. Sorong is still changing, and so is the ongoing question of who really benefits from its land, its labour, and its future. Our Anchorage was still rough as heck, but Lydia and I headed back to the boat to unpack. Then we'd go back into town to meet Riley and the kids who were chilling at Wick's house.
Where'd you get this cat from?
Oh, just inside.
What's its name? It's a boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Aw.
Nilu.
My heart is like cracked.
Why? Because you love her so much?
Yeah. So fluffy.
Oh, cool.
So fluffy.
But your heart is cracked because you love her, or why?
Yeah. My heart got too much love that it broke.
hydrogen vessel.
It's not all hydrogen, it's a conventional, it's actually an old oil and gas tank.
He's so cute.
Okay.
We're dead.
One huge bonus of sharing our life online is that we genuinely have friends everywhere we seem to go. Eddie owns Pizzeria Terraza here in Sorong and he welcomed us in for the evening.
Relax, 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 relax. Okay, we just slow down for a minute and explain what's been
I would
going
love
on.
to slow down for a minute.
Okay.
Fuel, the last few days we've had to cart it back to the boat, put it in with a big funnel.
Your credit card wasn't working.
My bank card doesn't like this country.
So you went to 5 different banks.
Yeah.
We've been
Had to
returning
pay.
hire cars, getting ice.
Got the ice, yeah. It's just been a mission to get out of here, but we're finally nearly free.
It's one of those locations where just when you think you're done, you need to spend an extra 48 hours to finish off the last little jobs.
Yeah, and it's so hot. Like, to do all these jobs in the heat, my God, I can't wait to be moving and have the breeze on me. Lydia, what have you whipped up for us?
Just a little Asian number. I don't know what it is, just some hoisin ginger chicken and some pickled ginger, another ginger, vegetables.
Bueno?
Bit of ginger. The best thing I've ever eaten.
We were off to our first island in the archipelago, where we'd heard about a stunning reef to dive and a couple of small villages that almost never get visitors. Finally, I had the perfect place to give all the gifts that we'd bought in Japan.
I'm so excited to get a taste of island life again. I flew the drone and I saw some... Please don't do that. I saw some people on the island, a little girl and a tiny little girl. So there's kids around, which would be great. We might take the kids to the beach in the morning. And definitely snorkel this reef that we are currently anchored by. And I don't see any mangrove vibes, so we might be safe from the crocs. But yeah, that has been on our mind a lot lately. They are around. And yeah, I guess we'll just let the kids swim in really clear water and keep a very close eye on the ocean. We're in the Wild West again. What's new, Captain? Well, there's a lot new.
Elayna and myself have been having some late night discussions with a good friend of ours, Tom, who began to sketch the outline of a documentary
when he was on board
4 years ago.
Oh yeah, it started 4 years ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
Then we picked it back up when he came on board in the Philippines to help us with the Sea People documentary.
Yep, we just started talking about it again, and then recently when we're thinking about selling this boat, we're like, we should make a documentary and like stick it on Netflix.
It's pretty wild how fast things have happened since we got the idea in our head that we were after a new adventure.
So things are in our ways. We still need to sell this boat, but there's already been, there's been a lot of interest. And then we've got the high field.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on and trying to figure out what months we're going to be where, when we might sell the boat.
And then we would have to ship a bunch of stuff from this boat to another boat. We've been looking at a few in Langkawi. That's actually one that I'd really like to share with you guys, with our YouTube audience, is flying to somewhere and putting 3 different boats in the water and then being like, what should we get?
Which one should we buy?
And legit leaving it up to you guys. I mean, ultimately, if one's dangerous, well, then we wouldn't present you with that option. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to pick 3 really
there are
good boats.
There's at least 3. There's probably 4 really good options. And I would love to leave it up to you guys. And then once we do that, then we could sort of start the documentary with that boat.
We're still, working out the exact concept, but it's going to be so good. And we just want to make something we're really proud of. Not that we're not proud of our YouTube videos, like so much effort goes into each one, but just something that's beyond our YouTube channel that we can look back on and be like, wow, that was a piece of art. Something for the kids too. So that's what's been going on.
I climbed super high. I already know that.
Let me know how high you guys think I should let Lenny climb. Alright, that looks pretty high to me.
Not really high. Keep going. Keep going.
Don't
Keep going. Keep going.
We've been a bit worried about the quality of the food, or particularly the meat that we got from Sorong, but this looks pretty good. What do you reckon?
Not bad at all.
We've had it in the oven all day, or since lunch.
I've eaten well today.
We have. We've been eating really well lately.
Yeah.
It's nice, healthy
So
food.
lucky. Juicy.
And we've been watching a lot together, just on the laptop. Like, we've been watching a documentary, and don't know what we're going to watch tonight, but it's been great. The boys watched Peter Pan the other day with Lydia. It's one of Lydia's favourite movies.
It was the most healing thing ever. It's so cute to watch with them.
And the boys loved it. They were so into it. Oh, and we picked up some plant babies today. We've got some basil and some mint from Eddie from the Italian restaurant. If you guys ever come to Sorong, you should definitely go. It's the best restaurant in town. I'm not just saying that because he's our friend, but the food is phenomenal. We also got our nails done, me and Lyds. I feel like a girl again. So needed. I don't know if I should put my feet on YouTube. I get too many weird foot messages. There you go. They're for free. Wait, you got a foot message, didn't you?
I did. There's this guy that, he's probably watching, this guy that messaged and said, like, how much for yours and Elayna's feet? And Axel replied on my phone and said $500. But
And then what did he say?
He never answered after that. We didn't send them, we promise.
Here's a little glimpse for you, mate.
Here you go, free mate. Pretty in pink.
Wow.
I don't think we told anyone how you held your breath for 40 seconds in the pool the other day.
Yes.
You want to tell everyone?
Yeah, can I hold the camera?
Okay.
Alright, guys. So we need to...
Someone's just eaten a whole block of chocolate.
But the pathway is both sacred and treacherous.
There we go. Yeah. And the green one is my brush.
I reckon I could get the boys to sail around the world.
This Anchorage was an absolute breath of fresh air. After those long, hot days of hard work, we all felt like taking it pretty easy today. We could hear laughter and shouting drifting over from the beach, so we decided to head in and see what was going on. We figured tomorrow we'd have more energy to freedive and check out the big village across the bay, not knowing yet that it would seriously change our lives.
Show me your fish. Darwin, show me your fish. Ooh. We've just been welcomed in by this beautiful family living here on this beach, and they've just offered to go and get us coconuts. Kalapa. We got a fish. Barracuda! Yeah! That's a good fish!
Oh, ini terlihat di dia pemono.
So we've had an afternoon cooped up in the boat because it just started raining non-stop. We really wanted to go to the beach again, maybe check out another village over there, but yeah, instead we got some serious work done. So I'm happy about that, but yeah, I was feeling like a potato and convinced Lyds to do a workout with me.
As always, it's always a good idea.
Yeah, I'm already feeling better and we've only just done booty. But look at these mountains over here. There's just these really low-lying clouds and the sunset. It's just incredible. The sun is out this morning. Seems that every afternoon it's just been building up with humidity and raining, so we make the most of the mornings. We're about to go and dive around this sandbar I saw on the drone. It looks out of this world. The waves were like overlapping at the perfect time. And yeah, I think there's a lot of fish around here, judging by, well, on the way home yesterday after meeting those fishermen, I saw the same fish that he had caught in the sand. So they're around, and it'd be so nice to have fish for dinner for a change. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Good catch, Darwin.
The plan for the day was to freedive with the kids and then go and check out the bigger village. The boys were especially curious to meet more locals and maybe even more excited to find some animals to play with. Darwin and Lenny haven't stopped talking about getting dogs and other animals on our future farm. We're all pretty on board with the idea, so it's been unbelievably nice to dream it up together.
I know how to use it.
It's so pretty, hey?
I can use my bus. We got a first fish.
First fish in Raja.
You like it? See your little fish baby?
Wanna show me? Whoa.
What are you doing there, babe?
Well, I just got this big bag out of storage. I bought all this in Japan. They have all these amazing little stores with fun little candies and stuff for school, like crayons, pencils.
But what are you doing with it?
Well, there's a big group of girls on this beach. They're all girls, all the kids. I'm like, do you have any boys? They're like, no, we're just a family of girls. And I bought a heap of like little hair ties and hair clips, and I think they'll love them. I also bought some much more useful things. I got some good knives. So many reading glasses, head torch, a solar battery charger, sanitary napkins, always needed. Oh, and some fishing glasses, polarized fishing glasses. Sick. Lydia and Riley are doing some freediving lessons. Lydia's gotten so good at freediving since she's been on the boat. She started freediving you know, she can maybe get down to 4 or 5 meters. And now I think she just got 18.
Very smooth. Nice. Yeah, good.
So cool, and it's so great to see how fast you can progress in this sport. It's all in your head, it really is.
What was your depth?
We did 18.5 before.
Woo!
And at 1 minute 30.
Oh, nice.
Lydia's doing 18.5. Well, she's doing, let's call it 20. But hanging down at the bottom there.
Oh, nice.
For a fair while.
Like a little pause.
Looking really, really relaxed. Good. We were very drawn to this specific little town. I'm not sure what it was, but we had met some of the people on the nearby beach the day before. I'd never seen so many smiling faces and so many happy children. It seemed they outnumbered the adults 10 to 1. They appeared genuinely happy to see us and were so happy with Elena's gifts that she brought. I met a young dude named Michael. I helped a grandma carry her groceries, and I was invited to what I think was a religious gathering where people were playing homemade instruments out the front. They told us that they were all Christian and wanted to show us the church. They seemed very proud of it. One of the more cheeky kids, I'm sure, called me the Messiah, which brought a lot of laughter from the other kids around him.
I think it's pretty safe to say that that experience just moved us all. I feel like I have arrived now. That is what I was dreaming for, and we got it the very first island. Well, I mean, we felt that in Sorong, but me and Lydia were in tears leaving that beach. They were all waving, and it was really hard because you want to be in the moment, but I also want to capture stuff on film for you guys, and I was always torn between like just living the moment and wanting to capture maybe the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was so cute. Like when we arrived, we gave them some gifts and they were all so grateful, and then all the little boys were playing with their toys together. The dads were helping them play with them, and then they were just obsessed with Lenny and Darwin, swimming with them all day, playing with them. It was so gorgeous.
Doting on them.
It was amazing. They were all so happy. We said how cool it would be to grow up on a beautiful island like that with all your siblings and your friends just playing all day.
There was like a lot of kids.
I couldn't keep up.
They just kept coming.
It was amazing.
How was that for you?
So I've said this before, it's the sort of thing that you wish would happen once a month when you're traveling, and it's only the second time that it's ever happened, where you're just greeted with such warmth and joy, and the children are all smiling, and it's just, I don't know, it was just magical. It really was.
You don't want to leave tomorrow, do you?
No, I think we should hang out with them.
Oh no.
Anyway, back to my boat how-to electronics course.
Okay, we're finally getting real about learning Indonesian after today's events. Enough is enough. It's time.
It's time. We want to be able to connect with the locals. They're so nice to us. We just said today when we were with them, like we were already interacting, it was so beautiful, but if we could speak to them, it would just be a game changer. So here we are. Homework begins now.
And it's also really great because Wes speaks fluent Indonesian, so when he comes back to the boat soon, he's coming back. We're going to find a way to get him from Sorong to whatever island we're going to be at. He's going to be able to speak with us. I think that'll help. Maybe you can hear the boat making squeaky noises. Listen to the water hitting the hull.
Oh, this is so good.
Wait.
Let's have some funny fun. Let's have some funny fun. Let's have some funny fun.
Good job, Lenny.
Today was one of those days I wish everyone could experience. If you're a boater or dreaming of getting out here on someone else's boat, you should probably already be on our app Sea People by now. One of the ways this app has worked exactly how we always hoped is the story of Hannes and Elisa. At the start of last year, they were complete sailing newbies. They were living in a self-converted camper van, studying remotely for their bachelor, and funding it all through scholarships. Then one day, an SLV sailing video randomly popped up in their YouTube feed, and just like that, a new idea took hold. They downloaded Sea People, set up their profiles, posted in the Sailing Hitchhikers group. Without really knowing what to expect, what happened next completely surprised them. Messages, invites, and offers started rolling in from people all over the community, so they paused van life for a moment and joined a liveaboard couple on the east coast of the US for 3 weeks. While still on board, they began researching what it would actually take to sail on their own. Licenses, experience, the whole path forward. Not long after, they started their RYA day skipper and completed it in Greece that October. Now they're standing on the edge of the next big step. They're selling their van in Germany and have been deep in the search for their first boat since December. Sea People has been there from their very first steps into this world, and stories like theirs are exactly why we built it, to connect people, open doors, and turn a spark of curiosity into a whole new life. We really hope you'll download the app, it's free, and we hope you get to experience a day like we did today, or honestly, any one of the days we've had over here the last 11 years. Thanks, guys. And we really hope to see you here next time for maybe our second last episode of Sailing on the Vagabond. Not of Sailing the Vagabond, we're carrying the name and lifestyle wherever we go, no matter what boat we're on, but they're going to be special episodes, so yeah, just hit that notification bell if you haven't already so you don't miss them. See you soon.
Nah, I broke the toilet.